Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever, almost a month, but yeah, I decided, and yeah, there's gonna be noise with scooters and everything. Please bear with me. This is just an emergency because I tried so many times to shoot this video. There's always something going on. It's been a lot. That's why I haven't been able to post anything, but I've been promising people this video for like the past 3 days. So I was like, you know what, it doesn't matter what happened or what's happening or whatever, I have to drop this today because people are still asking questions in my inbox on Instagram. So yeah, I just scribbled your questions, so I will just paraphrase them. If it's your question and it sounds familiar, it's probably yours, but I paraphrased. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing this Q&A. If you are new here, my name is Fikile Mavuso. I am South African, currently teaching in Taiwan. I share information on this channel about how to come teach here if you're interested. Yeah, so this is just a Q&A based on questions that people have. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I will be looking down and I will be rushing because I'm waiting for this lady to come do my hair because wigs are tiring. Okay, so I will be rushing, but I will make sure to cover everything. So first question is, how much monthly salary would you recommend as a start for someone with 6 years teaching experience? Don't say it depends. Isho imali mge. Guys, I did a detailed video of salaries, teaching salaries, like the range. I will post it. I'll have to link it in the description box somewhere. I did that video like a while back, so please do check it out. Also, it's really hard, like when we don't say an amount, it's because it's hard to say. This is not it's not South Africa where everything is fixed and stuff. So when they do post a job, like an advert for a job, they do tell you how much they are willing to offer you, and you can always negotiate that. You can always say, no guys, I think because of my experience I deserve better, and then you guys can talk about it. So it's really hard to say. I don't want to lie, and Mina, I don't even have 6 years experience. It depends on so many things. It depends on the school. I also did a video comparing schools. We compared schools with Lesedi, this other lady that it's on my channel. We compared public schools, international schools, so that counts as well. So unfortunately, I know you want like a figure, but I don't have it. Just negotiate what winner you feel like you deserve. I mean, if you're making an amount at home right now, obviously you're gonna want to make more because you are leaving your family behind and you're going overseas. So consider that and just negotiate. Okay, yeah, but 6 years is a lot, so start high, start aiming high, 70, 75, going upwards or whatever. That's in NTs, of course. So you got your figure, that I gave you your figure, but aim higher if you can. Okay, don't accept low. Okay, so I did a video, like I even spoke about experience and everything. So go to that video, watch it, and then decide based on that video. Good, see, you know what, this is what I'm gonna choose. Okay, next question. This is personal. This is someone just asking me, given a chance, would you come back to South Africa, or would you come back, or would you, oh, if you're given a chance to come back, would you come back, or would you choose being abroad over and over again? I have the choice. I have the chance, because this question says given the chance. I actually do have the chance and the choice to go back anytime that I want. So my decision of coming here was very conscious. It was very, I was awake when I made it, very conscious. I had studied here before. I had worked here before part-time. I had worked in South Africa before. So it's something that is well thought out because of reasons that I had personally. So yeah, South Africa is home. I'm always going to go back eventually. But yeah, it's not like I'm not choice right now. I do have the choice, and I'm happy here right now. So that's not even in the works. But yeah, that's my answer. Number 3, and I'm sorry about the scooter noises. I'm on the first floor and just next to the road. I am in Asia, so scooters, bikes, and everything just make noise outside my room. Sorry for this not so cute curtain. Okay, number 3. Don't let my landlord hear that, by the way. Number 3, can I teach biological sciences in an international school? Because that's my major in South Africa. Again, I'm paraphrasing because I remember the lady asked this. I'm assuming it's a lady. That's very wrong. Yes, you can. I'm currently teaching science. I also did a demo for chemistry. So there's also biology. Oh, I can pronounce biological sciences, but anyway, there's also biology. There's also biology to teach. There's chemistry. There's a bunch of stuff, man. You can teach whatever you want. That's on the table, and it's always given in the job description. So always ask, what am I gonna be teaching? Because I applied for chemistry, but when I got here, and it's just a story for another day. But then yeah, I teach just an umbrella of science in one English class. So you can teach biology, chemistry, mathematics, anything. Okay, you can. They are slowly introducing that into the schools because before you could only teach English, right? That was what was needed and still needed. But now the country is becoming bilingual, so it only makes sense for the students to start learning other subjects in English. So there's also social studies and stuff. You can teach whatever you majored in, just when I target those job adverts. Okay, next question, number 4. How does text work? Do you get text for both SA and Taiwan? And how much rates for both? Okay, I'm gonna answer this to the best of my knowledge, and I'm going to, just right after this video, I'm going to go and ask somebody who's worked here for a long time. But I know because I've spoken to them about this question. Text wala, that's how you get text. And then in South Africa, you don't get text because obviously you're not receiving a salary. However, if you do send money home, obviously you will get text. We all get text, right? Through banks and everything. So you will get that sort of text. And then obviously when you convert your currency, mali yaphela nje during that process. But yeah, text wala, you get text 5% for the first 6 months, and then you get text you get text 18% for the first 6 months, and then you get tax 5% after that 6 months. Those are the percentages that apply here, and then you don't get taxed back home. Okay, I'm sorry guys if I'm fast. You can just drop your questions below and be like, girl, you were rushing, so Stella opens it will be a little question. I'll do that, gladly do that. Okay, next question. How's the workload? Is it not crazy? Also, as a permanently employed person, would you support a decision of moving to Taiwan or ngihlale phasi nje ngiyaphapha? I love this question because I was in the same situation. I was like, you literally me few months back, like 3 months back, earlier than that, earlier this year. The workload depends school to school. It's gonna feel like I'm just saying the same thing, but I did a video on comparing school, like comparing the workload kids behavior, all of that, because it's not the same. We have cram schools, international schools, public schools. People who are in public schools most of the time don't have that much workload. They don't. In an international school, it's the opposite. We work a lot. I work all the time. After this, I still need to go mark. That's why I can't even drop videos. That's why it feels like this channel is just neglected. But yeah, so the workload depends school to school and you know. So in my school, it's very crazy, it's very busy. But I mean, I was not a teacher before, so I don't know. When I speak to somebody at my school who was a teacher before, he says it's just like South Africa. But other people who work in public schools, but they would never work where I work because it's busy. You mark, you set tests, you set quizzes, you go busy. You have to take work home sometimes. But in other schools, you don't have to do that. So it's comparable. Please check out my video. As a permanently employed person, would I support your decision? Of course I would. Are you happy right now? You need to ask yourself, are you happy right now? Are you making enough? Are you able to save? Are you able to travel? You need to just compare all these things. What makes you happy? If you are happy, then there's no need to move, right? But if you are not happy, you are not content where you are, and you feel like you want to do something more, something out of the box, definitely take this chance, yabo. So yeah, I would definitely support it because I was permanently employed. It didn't make sense to a lot of people. Like, how would you leave a job that's permanent and it has benefits? But I was not happy. So it did not make sense to me, and your decision doesn't have to make sense to anyone except yourself. And also, you can always go back to South Africa. South Africa will always be there. But think about it. Think about it, weigh your pros and cons. I had to literally take a book and write things down. Just compare what would make me happy. Am I happy right now? And why do I want to go to Taiwan? I did that comparison and it helped me make the decision even in a more clearer way. Okay, I write everything. So yeah, so just sit down and just weigh your pros and cons. But yeah, our puppies is our papi. I support you. I support you. Okay, next question. Have you ever worked in SA as a teacher? How would you compare it to Taiwan student behavior school management? I've never worked as a teacher in South Africa. I always worked in the lab. I'm a chemist by profession. Yeah, I've always worked in the lab. How would I compare? So I can't compare it to anything, but because in Funzile, like back home, I studied there. I was a student there. I know the student behavior is very much different. I feel like kids here are respectful, very respectful. You do get bad kids everywhere, so there are those kids who are gonna take chances and stuff like that, but they're very respectful, very kind. They aren't really fights like that. Yeah, back home, we would have fights like Friday, Saturday. I mean, Friday. Like after school, people are just like fighting and stuff like that. And you know, girls were whatever, they're advanced. I feel like the kids here most of the time are just kids, yeah, but I wouldn't compare. I wouldn't know. I don't want to be judgmental. I think even back home, it depends on the school that you go to. So yeah, my answer is don't trust my answer because I haven't taught at home. I just studied there. But the kids here are okay. The student behavior is good. School management, it depends. Again, it depends on the school. My school is okay. You can speak to the management. You can always approach them. They are very approachable. You are free to implement your own teaching style. Guys, I've not been looking at the camera this whole time. I'm so sorry. So you can implement your own teaching style and they will just let you do it. So yeah, school management is okay. So I wouldn't know what to compare it to, but yeah, it's okay. it's okay. Really, it depends on you. If you love teaching and you know how to do your job, then yeah. Okay, next question. Which country would you recommend in terms of sanity, peace? I know you haven't been to all of them, but yeah, I paraphrased again. They asked me to compare between China, South Korea and UAE, etc. Okay, Minavela, I would recommend Taiwan because I haven't stayed anywhere else, and I have friends in other countries that I speak to. They are happy. I know people in China that are very happy, but those are people who went like a long time ago. They're very happy, they're content. But you know, there's always these things that are trending on social media, so I don't know. I've never heard of such stories here. It's very relaxed, man. Like, people here mind their own business. I've never experienced racism and stuff like that. So, and it's not too, there's nothing wrong with religion, but like, I don't have to cover myself. I'm not shading any country, but you're just free to do whatever you want here. As long as you abide by the law and you do your job and you mind your business and you are just a good citizen, then like a good resident, then you are good to go. So I would always recommend Taiwan, but also it depends on what you want. These other countries that I've just mentioned pay more most of the time. They pay more, and you also need to consider like what do you want, what are you going for? Yeah, bo. So some of these countries will cover your accommodation. I don't think they cover accommodation in Taiwan, but they do like sort of subsidize, give you a certain amount, you know, to meet you halfway, or 90% or something like that. My school meets me, I would say 95%, right? So you need to consider all those things. Some schools do pay, some countries do pay more, but are you going to be at peace? Are you going to be free? And all of that? Are you going to be, you know, not looking over your shoulder? Are you not going to be discriminated? And also, is it not expensive living there? So I'd always recommend Taiwan because that's what I know. I did my research on South Korea. I think also in South Korea, when you come through the EPIC program, most of the time people through the EPIC program don't complain that much. But like the bushy bands, I think they call it bushy bands, like the cram schools, most of the time there are many issues there. So I don't know. I would always recommend Taiwan though. Yeah. So last question, who do you miss? This is a personal question. I had a lot of personal questions there. I had people sending me crazy messages, love notes, asking me on dates, all sort of things, but I'll answer this one. It says, who do I miss? I miss my family. I miss my son. I have a son. I don't know, there's a person who asked me, do I want kids eventually? Oh, there's another question. Do I want kids eventually? I don't. I have a child and I love him so much, and I feel like he's enough for me, at least for now. I don't know what the future holds, but yeah, I miss my family a lot. But I've stayed abroad before, so it's not that crazy. And we thank God for like technology. You're able to call them, you are able to talk to them. Like just after this, I'll probably call them. And yeah, so yeah, those are the people that I miss. And yeah, that brings us to the end of your questions. I'm so happy I did this. I'm so happy I'm done with this video, because I promised people, like people kept on asking me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll drop it in the Q&A, and the Q&A never came because I've been battling a lot of things, guys. I got sick. I first had tonsillitis, my tonsils, and those Yo, I've had tonsillitis all my life, like chronic. Like if we flu season, I know I'm gonna get like a sore throat, and not just a sore throat, like I will have to get antibiotics, get an injection, something. Sometimes they even, like, I can't even speak properly. Okay, then I got flu just after that. I'm still recovering from that flu. I'm still not 100%. And then after that, or between that, or during that, I got this itchiness out of nowhere, rash. I don't know what I was reacting to, but I've been sick. I've been battling work. It's been crazy. I still need to do like a sit down, just, you know, saying like what has been going on. But yeah, I'm happy I did this, and thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. My channel is growing despite the fact that I never have time to upload and do all these videos and all these exciting ideas that I have, but it is growing. I've gained like 250 subscribers just in these 3 months. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.
Put your picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name.